long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Market a black character as important and then push them aside. I feel like they heard you.
Yeah, no, but as they should, even if you want to remove race out of it, just from a business perspective, don't tease no black. You know what that does to black people? You know how you guys got everybody motivated around Black Panther? Don't tease no and market no Black Panther, market a black actor and switch and bait.
Switch it, yeah.
You don't do it with white actors. You don't do it. You don't. I mean, we can feel it on set. It's like, yeah, we don't need you no more. Bye. Oh, we're not in this. You can feel it. Cool.
Will you play the character again?
At this point, I'm cool off it. I'm good off it. I think Finn is at a good, confirmation point where you can just, enjoy him in other things, the games, the animation. But right. I feel like, 7 to 9 was good for me.
So this video is inspired by the previous video piece that Star Wars Garrison clipped. Their Facebook group, they have a website, and they're very much sequel trilogy haters. And John Boyega's point is correct. And he's not saying it out loud, but there's a heavy subtext about who he's particularly talking about. He's talking about necessarily J.J. Abrams and Larry Kasdan turning his character from a stormtrooper to a stormtrooper who cleans the John, okay, a janitor. And he's also talking about Kathleen Kennedy. And the reason why I did this, the inherent racism of the progressives, is because I think that's what the emails are going to have, the notes that were taken. This is, Mazurus made this, AI Kathleen Kennedy is Darth Stupidious, which I think is great, which is why I'm using it. I really believe that perhaps Boyega is part of the email thing, whether he knows it or not. Meanwhile, we sit and stare at Iger and, Gina Carano going, look, if there are emails, drop them. This bitch isn't going anywhere until you do. Okay? Look, I'm literally stunned that we have this. It's been over a month. I checked since Gina said what she said on X, and before that, her friend on YouTube said the same thing. And they both said it was happening soon. And now it's like, we're sitting here going, what is soon? Is it soon in human time frame or God's time frame, which could be, a billion years from now? Are we waiting soon, 6 months from now, 2 weeks from now, tomorrow? Or are we waiting soon, 2,000 years? Okay, what does soon mean? And the reason why I'm asking this is because they can't really announce what's really going on until she's gone. And Favreau really wants to start doing that. They also need to announce that Kennedy is no longer running Lucasfilm. And again, part of it is the inherent racism pointed at John Boyega. The other part is whatever shenanigans Harvey's former personal assistant, this clown, Leslie Headland, was up to with Kennedy. All right, we know that not everybody at Lucasfilm, even in the higher ranks, really understands what the acolyte is. Kennedy kept it very much on the down low. We also know if it was real, there'd be probably a trailer. there would be a bunch of behind the scenes pictures, etc. We've got nothing. Now we have the mainstream press, at least Deadline Hollywood, still having it on their radar, and they still talk about it like it's real, but everything around it says it's really not. And the reason why I bring it up, it's because from what we were told, that her shenanigans, and it has to do with fraud, I think, etc., and everything that entangles getting money they don't necessarily have a right to, and think about what that means. But look, women like this, Kennedy had led. I'm going to say Candace Campos was probably involved, Rhonda Hjort, and probably Lin-Wen Brennan, of course. But no one else is really involved. When, the cast was asked about it at Star Wars Celebration, they didn't even really know what the show was about or what their characters really did. It's even the paperwork for this, whatever it is, from Britain is very sketchy. And of course, we have the lawsuit. Again, when you look at the 2 weeks between hiring Karen McCarthy and firing her, what happened? Okay, and are we going to delve into that with the emails? Are the emails going to be used as part of a discovery in any sort of lawsuit trial, if it ever gets to that? It's not like they can pay McCarthy what she's owed right now. At least Lucasfilm can't. And, from what we've been told, Disney is slow rolling anything that has to do with the lawsuit and hiding everything that they can from her lawyers. Now, you might think of me as being impatient, but I think time is of the essence to show that Kennedy's done.
For 10 long weeks, the Star Wars company labored on the suburban London sound stages, bringing to life a film that had begun as an idea with George Lucas 3 years before.
No, stop. Not one more crooked word. Your tongue could open a wine bottle.
Never had an agent. It's not like she worships the devil.
Well, she doesn't have to. He worships her.
I can't believe this. You're actually kicking me out?
Do you want me to draw you a picture?
We'd be here all night.
Get out!
Now, Gina Carano, when she wrote that X post about something happening very soon, I'd say it was around, I don't know the date, but I'll throw the date out there as like the 15th of November or whenever. Everyone got excited. And then all of a sudden nothing happened. Now, was she allowed to say anything? Did she put it out there and she was told and she wasn't given the permission? And this is why everything's been quiet? Or did Iger and Favreau say something? Because her friend said it was information, it was emails, it was notes. And it was, whatever it is, it's going to prove that what? Kennedy's probably a fraudster and a crook. She's probably a purveyor of things that perverts like. And she, when she got into cahoots with Harvey's former personal assistant, that was it. This is where she started to really sink. But she wasn't in cahoots with Harvey's former personal assistant. When Boyega, in the beginning of this, is talking about what JJ, what Ryan did to him. And they were allowed to do it because of Kennedy, okay? Because she's not woke. She can sit there and she can fake her way through anything. But the woman is not woke. She doesn't care. She is as liberal as she needs to be. She maybe believes that she's woke, but doing what they did to John Boyega, and the fact that apparently they had a conversation about it, I think Disney probably made her do it, tells me that this is going to come back to haunt her. All right. And the reason why it's going to come back to haunt her is because it's the truth of who she is. Who she thinks she is she's a pioneer. She's the first president of a female president of a movie studio. Sherry Lansing is going, what? Dawn Steele's going, what? Lucille Ball up in Valhalla with a cigarette in her hand is going, Dean, Desi, what did she just say? On and on and on. Okay. Nothing about her is true. It is all mythology that she made up herself. Okay. Now we've got video. We know that Steven Spielberg totally canceled her at the Indiana Jones 5 premiere. And she had to use George as a crash helmet to get off the stage. Okay, so why won't they talk about it? Why won't Deadline? Why won't THR? Why won't they talk about it? You can't tell me that they're still scared of her. Okay? Now let's, the other angle. Why won't Iger put those emails out there? He would stand a better chance if she left Lucasfilm than he does with her there. Okay? And that is the truth. Yet, here we are, and she's, president of Lucasfilm in name only, but she's still, there allowing big YouTube channels and the Black Pill Blobs, who lie about who they are, by the way, and lie about basically their connection to anything that they talk about, a narrative that they shouldn't have. Okay, here's the point. If Bob Iger's worried about his legacy, no matter what he does, it's going to be tarnished because, at least with Lucasfilm, because he allowed Kennedy to do what she did. And when he called her to the carpet because he continued to keep her contract the way it was, she just mocked him and went on off and did what she wanted until he got to the point where he had to literally pry the power at Lucasfilm away from her. And he still can't say publicly she's out because of her stupid contract. He'll let her do it. Now the question is, does she know anything about him? The better minds than mine will say, probably. I say if she had anything on him, she would have already used it. You've seen her use it. You've seen, I think she used what she had on John Lasseter. I think he was railroaded, and I think she was part of that. Okay? That's my opinion. But the question is, who's got more info that's harmful? Her or Iger? Iger is one of the most powerful executives in Hollywood. Okay? And, as far as I can tell, what's going on with Nelson Peltz, if Iger goes down, he should be telling her, I'm taking you with me, bitch. Okay? Now, Spielberg has already, dissed her. He won't talk to her. He won't return her phone calls. And And that, I think, is enough for Iger to say, okay, let's drop the emails. But again, the fandom deserves to know what's going on at Lucasfilm. We need transparency, Bob. Okay? And the fans need closure on this. Okay? Kennedy needs to be shown publicly for who she is. So she leaves. All right? And just sitting there staring, at the wall, waiting for you to do something, is telling me you're a coward. Unless your lawyers are saying, don't do it yet. That's all I can think of. And I have a lot of respect for Bob Iger because he's a survivor. But this is egregious. Okay? We deserve to know. We want transparency in our government. We want transparency with our IPs. Okay? Star Wars fans need to know what's really going on at Lucasfilm. And not all this rumor mongering. And allowing bigger YouTubers to just shit all over everything you're doing. Okay? Because giving them the narrative is hurting you in a way that can't even be described. This is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.